Welcome back, coin collectors. Today we are diving into the world of the legendary 50 new pence and counting down the top 6 most valuable 50 new pence coins ever discovered. These rare pence are famous for their different years, mint marks, and incredible conditions. Some of these coins were once worth only 25 cents, but today collectors are willing to pay thousands and sometimes even hundreds of thousands of dollars for the rarest examples. Let's get started. First up, the 1980 United Kingdom 50 new pence coin, especially in damaged condition. Many people find these old large 50p coins in drawers, coin jars, or old collections and immediately wonder if they are rare or valuable. Some online sellers list them for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, but what is the real truth? In this video, we will explore the history of the coin, its unique design, collector demand, rarity, and the real auction market value in US dollars. If you enjoy rare coin videos, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned until the end because this coin still has an interesting story for collectors. The 1980 50 new pence coin was issued in the United Kingdom during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. This large-style 50p coin was part of Britain's decimal currency system introduced after decimalisation in the early 1970s. The coin features the famous seated Britannia design on the reverse side and the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse. The older large 50p coins were eventually replaced in 1997 with a smaller version, making the original large coins collectible today. According to coin references, over 89 million examples of the 1980 50 new pence coin were minted for circulation, meaning it is considered a common circulation coin rather than an extremely rare issue. Even though millions were produced, many have disappeared from circulation over time because the large version was demonetized in 1998. This has increased collector interest slightly, especially for coins kept in excellent condition. One of the most famous features of the old British 50p coin is its 7-sided shape. Unlike ordinary round coins, the 50 new pence coin was designed as a curved heptagon, giving it a unique appearance and making it easy to recognize by touch. The reverse side shows Britannia seated beside a lion while holding a trident, a classic British symbol representing strength and national pride. The words 50 pence and the year 1980 appear around the design. On the front side, collectors can see the second portrait of Queen Elizabeth II created by Arnold Machin. The coin was struck in cupronickel metal, weighs 13.5 grams, and measures 30 millimeters in diameter. Because of its unusual shape and historic design, many coin collectors enjoy adding these old large 50p coins to their collections. Now let's talk about the most important question: is a damaged 1980 50 new pence coin rare? The answer is usually no. Since tens of millions were minted, most damaged or heavily circulated examples are very common. Scratches, dirt, corrosion, discoloration, and worn edges significantly reduce collector value. In damaged condition, many collectors consider the coin worth only face value or slightly above face value. However, there are still some collectors who buy damaged coins for album fillers, historical interest, or large 50p collections. Some beginners also enjoy collecting older British coins even in lower grades because the coins are affordable and easy to find. Online discussions among collectors often warn people not to believe extremely high internet listings because many sellers ask unrealistic prices for ordinary coins. Experienced collectors usually agree that common circulated British decimal coins are not automatically valuable simply because they are old. Still, there are exceptions. If a 1980 50 new pence coin has a major mint error, proof strike, or unusual variety, collectors may pay much more. Proof examples in beautiful condition can attract premium prices compared to ordinary circulation pieces. So what is the current market value of a damaged 1980 50 new pence coin in US dollars? Most damaged circulation examples are worth around 50 cents to $2 depending on condition and collector interest. Extremely worn or corroded coins may only sell for face value. Coin value guides show that uncirculated examples are usually worth only a few dollars, while proof versions can reach around $7 to $10 or more. Auction prices become much stronger only when the coin is in brilliant uncirculated condition, proof condition, or has a rare minting error. Regular damaged coins usually do not sell for high amounts at major auctions because collectors prefer cleaner examples with strong detail. That said, coin prices can change depending on demand, grading, and market trends. Some sellers online advertise ordinary coins for very high prices, but experienced collectors know that asking prices are not the same as actual sold prices. If you own a 1980 50 new pence coin, here are a few important collector tips. First, never clean your coin. Cleaning can scratch the surface and reduce collector value dramatically. Many experienced collectors warn against cleaning old coins because original surfaces are preferred. Second, check the condition carefully. Coins with sharp details, original shine, and fewer marks are always more desirable than heavily damaged examples. Third, look for unusual errors or proof-like surfaces. Rare varieties and proof coins can be worth much more than standard circulation pieces. Fourth, store your coins safely in holders or protective capsules to avoid further damage. Finally, research completed auction sales instead of believing random online listings. Real sold prices give a much more accurate idea of market value. The 1980 United Kingdom 50 new pence coin is an iconic piece of British decimal coinage with a fascinating design and history. Although damaged examples are generally common and inexpensive, the coin remains popular among collectors because of its large seven-sided shape, Britannia artwork, and connection to the early decimal era of the United Kingdom. In most damaged conditions, the coin is usually worth only a small amount in dollars, but special proof versions or rare errors can attract higher prices at auctions. Whether valuable or not, these old British coins are still wonderful pieces of history that many collectors enjoy owning. Next up, the 1982 United Kingdom 50 pence coin. At first glance, this coin may look ordinary, but many collectors still search for it because 1982 marked an important change in British coin history. In this video, we will explore the history of the 1982 UK 50p coin, its unique design features, rarity, collector demand even in damaged condition, and the current auction market value in US dollars. If you enjoy rare coin discoveries and hidden treasure stories, make sure to watch until the end because this coin may still be sitting unnoticed inside old collections or coin jars today. The 1982 50 pence coin holds an important place in British decimal currency history. The original large-style 50p coin was first introduced in 1969, and it quickly became one of the most recognizable coins in circulation because of its unusual seven-sided shape. By 1982, the Royal Mint made a major wording change on the reverse of British decimal coins. Earlier coins displayed the words new pence, but starting in 1982 the wording changed permanently to 50 pence. This transition makes the 1982 issue historically important for collectors because it represents the beginning of a new design era for British decimal coinage. Millions were minted for circulation, with reported mintages exceeding 51 million pieces. One of the most unique features of the 1982 50 pence coin is its classic large-size format. Modern British 50p coins are smaller, but the older pre-1997 versions were much larger and heavier. Collectors often recognize them immediately because of their thick appearance and larger diameter. The reverse design features Britannia seated beside a lion while holding a trident and olive branch, symbolizing strength and peace. The obverse shows the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. Another special detail is the wording 50 pence, replacing the earlier new pence text used on older versions. This design transition is one of the biggest reasons collectors remember the 1982 coin today. Now let's talk about rarity and collector demand, especially in fine or damaged condition. Although the 1982 50 pence coin is not considered extremely rare compared to famous era coins like the 2009 Kew Gardens 50p, collectors still enjoy adding it to British decimal collections because it marks the first year of the wording change. In ordinary circulated condition, many examples are only worth face value or slightly above. However, collectors pay more attention to coins with unusual errors, exceptional preservation, or historical importance. Online coin communities often remind collectors not to trust unrealistic online listings because some sellers post common coins for extremely high prices without actual sales. Real auction results and completed sales matter far more than asking prices. In fine condition, a standard 1982 50 pence coin usually sells for only a small premium above face value. However, brilliant uncirculated examples and proof versions can reach higher prices among collectors. Current coin price guides show that uncirculated examples may reach around 3 to 5 British pounds, while proof versions can sell for much more depending on condition and packaging. Converted into US dollars, many fine condition circulated examples are generally worth around $1 to $3, while better quality uncirculated examples may sell for $5 to $10 or more at auctions. Rare minting errors or unusual varieties could potentially bring much higher prices if authenticated by professional grading companies. Another interesting factor is collector nostalgia. Many people in the United Kingdom remember using these large 50p coins before the smaller version replaced them in the late 1990s. Because older large-size coins were eventually withdrawn from circulation, surviving examples became collectible souvenirs of an earlier era of British currency. Some collectors specifically search for coins from transitional years like 1982 because they represent important design changes in decimal coinage history. If you own a 1982 UK 50 pence coin, there are several things you should check before selling or storing it. First, avoid cleaning the coin because cleaning can damage the surface and lower collector value. Second, inspect the coin carefully for unusual mint errors, double strikes, off-center designs, or unusual lettering. Third, compare your coin with auction records and completed sales instead of unrealistic online listings. Finally, consider placing higher-grade examples into protective holders to preserve their condition for the future. In conclusion, the 1982 United Kingdom 50 pence coin may not be the rarest British coin ever produced, but it remains an important collectible because of its historical design change and classic large-size appearance. Fine condition examples usually carry modest values in today's market, but exceptional uncirculated pieces, proofs, or rare errors can attract stronger auction prices in dollars. For collectors of British decimal coins, the 1982 50p is still a fascinating piece of numismatic history and an excellent reminder that even ordinary-looking pocket change can sometimes become collectible over time. Next up, the 1969 United Kingdom 50 new pence coin. At first glance, this large old-style 50p may look ordinary, especially in circulated condition, but many collectors still search for this famous first-year issue. In today's video, we'll explore the history behind the coin, its unique design, collector demand, rarity in circulated and damaged condition, and how much it can sell for at auctions in US dollars. If you enjoy rare coin hunting and valuable coin discoveries, make sure to watch until the end because this classic British coin has an interesting story behind it. The 1969 50 new pence coin was introduced as part of the United Kingdom's move toward decimal currency. Before decimalization officially arrived in 1971, Britain began releasing new decimal coins so the public could get used to the new money system. The 50 new pence coin replaced the old 10-shilling banknote and quickly became one of the most recognizable coins in the country. It was also the very first seven-sided coin used in Britain, making it revolutionary at the time. Millions of people remembered carrying these large, heavy 50p coins during the late 1960s and 1970s. According to mintage records, around 188.4 million examples were produced in 1969, meaning the coin is historically important but not extremely rare in circulated condition. One of the most unique features of the 1969 50 new pence coin is its large heptagonal shape. Even though it has 7 sides, the coin was designed with curved edges so vending machines could still recognize it like a round coin. The reverse design shows Britannia seated beside a lion while holding a trident and shield, symbolizing the strength of Britain. The obverse features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. The coin was made from cupronickel, weighs 13.5 grams, and measures 30 millimeters across, much larger than modern 50p coins used today. Collectors especially love the 1969 issue because it was the first circulating 50p ever made in the United Kingdom. Now let's talk about rarity and collector demand. Many new collectors believe every old British coin must be extremely valuable, but the truth is that the 1969 50 new pence coin is common in circulated condition because of its huge mintage. However, collector interest still exists because this was the very first year of issue. Coins with heavy scratches, worn edges, stains, corrosion, or other damage usually bring only small premiums above face value. On collector forums and online marketplaces, many experienced collectors explain that ordinary circulated examples are worth only a few dollars unless the coin has exceptional condition or a rare minting error. Still, demand remains steady because many people enjoy collecting first-year decimal coins from the United Kingdom. Some collectors buy circulated examples simply for historical value and nostalgia. Others search for cleaner examples with strong details and fewer marks. A damaged coin may only attract beginner collectors, while uncirculated specimens can sell for much higher prices at auctions. So, how much is a 1969 United Kingdom 50 new pence coin worth today in circulated condition? In most cases, ordinary circulated examples sell for around $1 to $5 depending on wear and eye appeal. Heavily damaged coins may only sell close to face value or slightly above it. Online listings for circulated pieces commonly appear around 3 to 5 British pounds, which equals roughly 4 to 7 US dollars. However, coins in brilliant uncirculated or certified mint state grades can reach much stronger prices. Some auction guides show high-grade examples selling for approximately 60 to over 100 US dollars depending on certification quality and collector competition. The biggest values usually come from unusual minting errors, proof strikes, or perfectly preserved coins. But for the average circulated 1969 50 new pence coin found in old collections or coin jars, the value is generally modest rather than life-changing. If you own a 1969 50 new pence coin, there are several important things to remember. First, never clean the coin. Cleaning can scratch the surface and reduce collector value dramatically. Many experienced collectors warn beginners against polishing old coins because it destroys the original appearance. Second, examine the coin carefully for unusual features such as striking errors, off-center designs, or unusual thickness. Error coins can sometimes attract much higher prices. Third, store the coin properly in a coin flip, capsule, or album to prevent additional wear and corrosion. Even circulated coins can maintain collector interest if preserved correctly. Finally, compare auction sales instead of believing unrealistic online listings. Some sellers advertise common coins for hundreds or thousands of dollars even when the real market value is far lower. Serious collectors usually rely on completed sales and professional grading results for accurate pricing. The 1969 United Kingdom 50 new pence coin remains one of the most important coins in British decimal history. While circulated examples are generally common and affordable, the coin still holds strong historical appeal because it introduced the famous seven-sided 50p design to the world. In damaged condition, values are usually low, but attractive uncirculated examples can command impressive auction prices. Whether you are a beginner collector or a long-time coin hunter, the 1969 50 new pence is still a fascinating piece of British history worth keeping in your collection. Next up, the 1979 United Kingdom 50 new pence coin in fine condition. At first glance, this old large-sized 50p may look ordinary, but some collectors are willing to pay surprising amounts for high-grade examples, especially coins with strong detail, attractive surfaces, or unusual mint errors. In today's video, we'll explore the history of the 1979 50 new pence coin, its special features, collector demand, rarity in different conditions, and the auction market value in dollars. If you enjoy rare coin videos and hidden coin values, make sure to stay until the end because this coin has a fascinating story behind it. The United Kingdom introduced the large 50 pence coin in 1969 as part of the country's decimal currency system. Before decimalization, Britain used a much more complicated monetary structure, so the new 50p coin became an important symbol of modern British currency. The 1979 issue belongs to the earlier new pence design series that circulated before the wording changed to simply 50 pence in the 1980s. The coin was produced during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II and features her portrait on the obverse side. The Royal Mint struck millions of these coins for circulation, and according to published mintage figures, more than 58 million examples were produced in 1979. Because of this high mintage, the coin is not considered extremely rare in circulated condition. However, finding one today in beautiful fine or uncirculated condition is becoming harder because many of these large 50p coins were heavily used before being withdrawn from circulation in the late 1990s. One of the most recognizable features of the 1979 50 new pence coin is its unusual seven-sided shape. Even though it appears to have 7 sides, the coin is actually designed as an equilateral curve heptagon. This innovative shape allowed vending machines to recognize the coin easily while also making it stand out from round coins. The reverse side of the coin displays the famous seated Britannia design created by Christopher Ironside. Britannia is shown holding a trident and olive branch while seated beside a lion, symbolizing Britain's strength and stability. Above Britannia are the words New Pence, while the number 50 appears below the design. The obverse side carries the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II along with the Latin inscription surrounding her image. The coin was struck in cupronickel, weighs 13.5 grams, and measures 30 millimeters across. Compared to the smaller modern 50p coins used today, the older version feels much larger and heavier in the hand, which is one reason collectors enjoy adding these classic coins to their collections. Although the 1979 50 new pence coin is common overall, condition plays a huge role in determining value. Coins in damaged, scratched, cleaned, or heavily worn condition are usually worth little more than face value. Many collectors prefer coins with sharp detail and minimal wear, so damaged examples are not highly sought after. Online collector discussions often show that ordinary circulated new pence coins are frequently advertised online for unrealistic prices, but experienced collectors usually value them much lower unless they contain rare errors or exceptional preservation. Some people mistakenly believe every old 50p coin is rare, but rarity usually depends on low mintage numbers, minting mistakes, or outstanding condition. Still, there is steady collector demand for older British decimal coins, especially the large 50p series. Even worn examples attract beginner collectors because of their historical importance and classic design. Coins with unusual minting errors, off-center strikes, or dramatic die flaws can sometimes sell for significantly higher prices at auction. Now let's talk about what most viewers want to know: how much is the 1979 United Kingdom 50 new pence coin actually worth today? In ordinary circulated or fine condition, most examples sell for around $1 to $3 depending on eye appeal and detail. Coins in extremely fine or uncirculated condition can reach $5 to $15, especially if professionally graded. Some proof versions or brilliant uncirculated collector strikes may sell for much higher amounts in specialized auctions. Auction prices can vary dramatically depending on condition, rarity, and collector demand. A normal worn coin may only sell for face value, while a nearly perfect example with strong luster could attract competitive bidding. Error coins are the wild card in the market. Rare minting mistakes on British 50p coins have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars in exceptional cases. Collectors should also remember that online asking prices are not always realistic. Some sellers list common coins for huge amounts, but actual completed auction sales usually tell the true market story. Experienced collectors recommend checking real auction results rather than believing exaggerated online listings. If you own a 1979 50 new pence coin, the first thing you should do is examine its condition carefully. Coins with sharp lettering, strong Britannia details, and minimal scratches are generally more valuable. Avoid cleaning the coin because cleaning can damage the surface and reduce collector value significantly. Many coin experts strongly warn against polishing or scrubbing old coins. Collectors should also watch for unusual mint errors such as double strikes, clipped planchets, or off-center designs. Error coins can sometimes become far more valuable than normal circulation pieces. Storing coins properly is also important. Using coin flips, capsules, or albums can help protect the surfaces from damage and preserve long-term value. Another smart strategy is researching sold auction listings instead of advertised prices. Some internet sellers ask thousands of dollars for ordinary coins that are actually very common. Real completed sales provide a more accurate picture of the coin's true market value. The 1979 United Kingdom 50 new pence coin may not be the rarest British coin ever made, but it remains a fascinating collectible with strong historical appeal. Its large size, iconic Britannia design, and connection to Britain's decimal currency era make it a favorite among collectors worldwide. While most circulated examples are worth only a few dollars, coins in fine or uncirculated condition can still attract solid collector interest, and rare error varieties may command much higher auction prices. Next up, the 1978 United Kingdom 50 new pence coin in fine condition. At first glance, this old large 50p may seem like just another common decimal coin, but collectors know that condition, rarity, and market demand can completely change a coin's value. In this video, we'll explore the history of the 1978 50 new pence, its unique design features, collector demand, auction market prices in US dollars, and important tips that could help you discover whether your coin is worth far more than face value. The United Kingdom introduced the large 50 pence coin in 1969 as part of the country's move toward decimal currency. Before decimalization, Britain used the old pounds, shillings, and pence system. The new 50p coin replaced the 10-shilling banknote and quickly became one of the most recognizable coins in British circulation. The 1978 issue belongs to the early generation of large-sized 50p coins that remained in circulation until the smaller version replaced them in 1997. The 1978 coin features Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse side with the famous portrait designed by Arnold Machin. The reverse shows the seated figure of Britannia holding a trident beside a lion, a classic British symbol created by designer Christopher Ironside. The coin's unusual seven-sided shape made it revolutionary during its time because it could still roll smoothly in vending machines despite not being perfectly round. According to published mintage records, more than 72 million examples were struck in 1978, making it a common circulation issue rather than a low mintage rarity. One of the most fascinating things about the 1978 50 new pence coin is its large size and heavy feel compared to modern 50p coins. The coin was struck in cupronickel, weighs approximately 13.5 grams, and measures around 30 millimeters in diameter. Collectors often enjoy these older large format coins because they feel more substantial and historic than modern issues. Another unique feature is the elegant Britannia design. Britannia has appeared on British coins for centuries and represents strength, stability, and national pride. Many coin collectors especially admire the artistic detail of the seated Britannia used on the older 50p coins. The coin also carries the words new pence, which were used on early decimal coinage during the transition period after decimalization. This detail gives the coin historical significance because it represents a major financial change in British history. Now let's talk about rarity and collector demand. Although the 1978 50 new pence had a high mintage, condition is extremely important in the coin market. Coins found in heavily damaged, scratched, bent, or worn condition are usually only worth face value or slightly above it. Many collectors avoid damaged examples unless the coin has a rare minting error. Fine condition coins are more collectible because they still show moderate detail and cleaner surfaces while remaining affordable for beginner collectors. However, truly high-value examples are usually uncirculated or proof versions with almost no wear. Coin collectors online often warn buyers not to believe unrealistic prices seen on internet listings. Many common 50p coins are advertised for huge amounts even though their real auction value is much lower. Collector discussions also confirm that most standard large 50p coins are only valuable if they are in exceptional condition or contain rare errors. Error coins, such as off-center strikes, missing details, or unusual metal flaws, can attract strong collector interest. If a 1978 50p coin has a genuine mint error certified by experts, its value can rise dramatically compared to normal circulated examples. Though how much is a 1978 United Kingdom 50 new pence coin actually worth today in US dollars? A normal circulated example in average condition is often worth around 50 cents to $1. Fine condition examples may sell for about $1 to $3 depending on eye appeal and collector demand. Uncirculated coins can sometimes reach $4 to $10 or more, especially if professionally graded. Proof versions created for collectors may sell for higher prices at specialist auctions. Coins with rare minting errors or exceptional preservation can sell for significantly more. Auction prices vary because collectors compete for the best examples, especially coins with attractive toning, sharp details, or certified grading. It's important to remember that online asking prices are not always realistic. Serious collectors usually look at completed auction sales instead of unsold listings. Real market demand determines the final value of a coin, not exaggerated internet advertisements. If you own a 1978 50 new pence coin, the first thing you should do is carefully examine its condition. Look for strong details on Britannia, minimal scratches, and original surfaces. Avoid cleaning the coin because cleaning can damage the metal and reduce collector value. You should also check for unusual errors or varieties. Coins with striking mistakes can sometimes become valuable collector pieces. Using a magnifying glass or coin microscope can help identify small details that are easy to miss. Another useful tip is storing the coin properly. Keep it in a protective holder or coin capsule to prevent scratches and environmental damage. Moisture and fingerprints can quickly reduce a coin's quality over time. Collectors should also compare sold auction listings rather than active online listings. Some sellers ask thousands of dollars for common coins, but actual completed sales provide a much more accurate picture of true market value. The 1978 United Kingdom 50 new pence coin may not be one of the rarest British coins ever made, but it still holds an important place in British decimal history. Its large seven-sided design, classic Britannia artwork, and connection to the early decimal era make it highly interesting to collectors around the world. In fine condition, the coin can be worth a few dollars, while uncirculated or error examples may achieve much higher auction prices. The key factors that determine value are condition, rarity, collector demand, and possible minting errors. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more rare coin discoveries and auction value updates from around the world. And who knows, the next old coin sitting in your collection could be worth far more than you ever imagined.